Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Good to have you guys here joining me today. Thank you guys for being here. My name is Mo and welcome to my channel. So guys, today I'm going to be sharing a couple of things about what I've learned so far in this journey that I just began, just to encourage somebody out there, right? There might be a message in this particular testimony or story that I want to share, and I just want you guys to try and listen to the end, okay? So you can be able to pick what it is I'm trying to share with you guys today, okay? So first things first, right? In starting a YouTube channel, right? There are a lot of things that you need to try to sort out and figure out first. Now, I always say this, right? Learning is supposed to be a culture. Learning is supposed to be a way of life, right? Because once you're learning, the more you're able to acquire knowledge, the more you are able to improve on yourself, the more value you are adding to yourself, and also the more value that you can deliver out there to the society. Okay, so starting a YouTube channel, when I first started, there was a lot of studying that I did. I still do a lot of studying and I still do a lot of research, right? But I mean, when I started, everything was more or less like find a niche, figure out that area, that particular area that you know that you want to, focus on, blah blah blah. See, my advice is you can't just pick a niche from the very beginning. You can have a category that you want to work with. Like, for example, I am all about anything that has to do with family, relationships, dating, marriage, and life lessons, right? Parenting and all that. So it's all around social topics. That's my area, right? My focus, the things that I know that I want to speak on, and the things that I want to educate people on, and I'm also sharing with people as I am learning. So it's like as I'm learning, I'm sharing. I'm not an expert in any way, right? Now, for some people it could be fashion that is solely theirs. For some people it could be food, cooking. For some people it could be hair. So people have different areas or different niches that they can decide that they want to work with. That's fine. However, when you are first starting, it's okay for you to test your hands in different things, right? And make a decision to niche down on a particular area based on the feedback that you get from your audience, right? Look at how your videos are doing. Are people watching them? What's the level of engagement? Which one have you noticed that seems to have the highest traction? When you find out that one that is actually working, then you can niche down. So I had to start watching videos, in all fairness, on how to start literally in terms of creating the YouTube channel, branding it, how you want the appearance to look like, how to set up the thumbnails, so many things that I literally had to figure out. Then you have to understand YouTube Studio. YouTube Studio is like the reporting, the back end of YouTube channels, right? Of YouTube. So that's where content creators or channel owners, right, they go to make changes, to update their channels, to upload videos and do so many things like that, right? So there you can also see analytics on how your videos are doing and all that. So it's a whole thing. So first thing I would say is try to figure out what's working for you, your comfort zone, how your audience are reacting to it. Then you can niche down on the one that you find to be most successful based off of the engagement, the feedback you're getting from them, and the analytics, right? That's number one. Then number two, another thing that I struggle with is identifying a topic that I want to speak on, right? Because there are different things that come to mind every day. I want to talk about this, I want to talk about that. But you need to identify a topic, a specific area that you want to talk about every time that you shoot. Now, make sure that you have your talking points at hand. Make sure that you have your talking points ready in one place. Like I have mine this phone here that I'm actually referring to and referencing, right? Sometimes I use my laptop. So you need to have your talking points so that you can be able to go straight to the point and not talk too much, because people actually, I've realized that people's attention span these days is very, very low, right? And you need to get straight to the point in order to be able to get their attention, right? So that's that. Then secondly, you need to work on, thirdly, pardon me, you need to work on your camera angle, your lighting, your microphone, everything that you want to use to make sure that your recording looks good and looks nice. Now that's definitely a lot of work, I won't even lie, because even me, I'm still struggling with that in all fairness. But that's another thing that you need to figure out, right? Now once you have done that, you might actually have to try your hands out at editing. So for me, I actually find that I enjoy it. I actually enjoy it. It's a lot of work, don't get me wrong. You can spend days editing a particular video and all that. It is definitely a lot of work, but I actually find that I enjoy it, right? So research, find out what kind of applications that you can use that can help your channel to do well. The ones that work on either your laptop, your phones, as the case may be. I currently use CapCut and I use VN. And the truth of the matter is that you don't need to break the bank, especially when you are starting. I think that's another thing that people need to understand. You don't need to break the bank when you are starting. When I started, I saw videos about people that were using gears, this huge lighting. They're seeing cameras, they're seeing microphone, they're calling Sony, all these things. But if you're not there, you're not there. You don't have to kill yourself because of that. Use what you have, right, and just start. I'm using my phone. Even till now, I'm still using my phone, and I'm doing the best that I can with it. Just make sure that whatever you are doing, you are trying the best that you can to get the best out of it, right? So that's also very important. The editing, right? Trying to figure out what angles, what clips you want to use. If you want to infuse music into it, if you want to infuse effects into it, if you want to infuse texts into it, if you want to infuse, so there are different things that you actually have to figure out. So that's definitely a huge piece, right, on that. Then you need to also get familiar with Canva. Canva is also another tool that I use. It helps me with designing my thumbnails. It helps me to get templates for my posts on a regular basis and all that, right? So Canva is also very important, right, when it comes to your editing process. Then once you are done with that, you go ahead and post, right? It's usually advisable to post from your laptop or from your computer. At least that's what I've read. And I realized that for some of the posts that I've done, especially for my YouTube shorts, the ones that I've done on my laptop, they've done pretty well, right? So I'm not sure I have the perfect science yet because I upload both from my phone and from my laptop. So I'm still watching, right? I'm still trying to figure out, okay, which one works best, because there are certain settings that you can find on your phone that you might not necessarily, that you can find on the laptop that you might not necessarily find on your phone when you are trying to upload. However, from YouTube Studio, I realized that I can go back and make my edits, right? So I'm still trying to figure the entire thing out to understand exactly how it works and all that, but I'll share with you guys, of course, as my learning curve continues. Then once you are done with that, you post, like I said. Then the last and the final part is publicity. You guys, I did not know that I'm going to end up having to become a social media oh my god, because now you have to open accounts to publicize your channel, you have to post clips, you have to create YouTube shorts, and you have to be consistent. That's the honest truth. Consistency is actually very key. That's the way that people can know that, okay, you're actually serious about what you're doing, and then they'll be like, okay, let's even listen to what she's saying. And there are times where, and then you also have to deal with the whole idea of you posting and then you don't get enough views. How do you feel about that and all? See, let me tell you, make sure that you do the best that you can so that does not affect you in any way, right? You just keep at it. That's one thing I've learned. So the lessons I've learned, right, from everything that I'm sharing with you guys is, number one, start where you are. Start where you are. I've recently finished a professional certification where I was learning about value, how to add value and all that, right? And one of the principles that I learned was to start where you are with what you have. Start where you are with what you have. Progress iteratively. So take that step one step at a time. These are the resources that I have. These are the things that I have to work with. Okay, what can I achieve with this? What can I do with this? What can I get with this? So start where you are with what you have. Make sure that you try to get the best out of what. It's just like any situation that you find yourself, there's this general thing that people always say, where they will say you need to learn to make lemonade out of lemon. So if life hands you lemons, you make lemonades out of it. So whatever it is that you have, do the best that you can to get the best out of it, right? So that's number one thing that I think people really need to focus on. So number one, start from where you are, maximize the resources that you have right where you are. Do not despise your humble beginnings. You cannot start and have all the followers in the world, right, or all the subscribers in the world, in all fairness, right? So just do the best you can with what you have and try to be consistent at it. Consistent hard work definitely yields results. And then another thing, don't be stuck in your ways. be willing and flexible enough and be open enough to try new things. In case one thing is not working, you might need to try your hands out at other things. That's just how life is, right? Because sometimes there's this thing that I always hear where people say you cannot keep doing the same thing and expect a different result. So if you try it in one way, you see that it's not working, try it in another way. Let your creativity flow, let your creative juices flow. And if it's one or two persons that you're able to reach per time, be grateful for those people, be grateful for where you are, and I can bet you you get where you are going at the end of the day. Okay, so guys, that's just a little bit about what I wanted to share today. I know not a lot of us are really interested in starting a YouTube channel, but for those that are actually interested in starting a YouTube channel, those are just some of the few tips that I wanted to share with you. And I think the general lesson about life that we can pick out from that is whatever it is that you want to do and they are sure that you want to do it, start. Just start. Just go for it. Just give it a try, give it a go. Just give it a try, give it a go. One of the things that helps me in my journey is not necessarily the number of subscribers that I have. Of course, subscribers and views are important, but from the little people that have watched it, the kind of testimonies that I get from them, it encourages me. And the fact that people even reach out to say, Mo, you are trying, keep up the good work. I think I'm learning one or two things from what you're saying. Imagine someone telling you that what you're saying is something that I've heard before. However, the dimension with which you are bringing it is just different. Mind blown. Like, what? Me, little old me, just sit down and I try to record these videos and encourage somebody out there. So just start where you are. Okay, start where you are. You're impacting somebody, even if it's one or two people. God is using it to impact somebody out there. So whatever it is, whether it's a business, whether it's a course that you want to study, anything at all that you want to do, please go for it. Just start. Don't overthink it. Just start and commit it into God's hands. It's funny, people will be wondering, YouTube channel, I pray about the channel. I pray that God teaches me what to say, so that I don't say the wrong thing, and so that the people that He actually wants me to reach on a particular day or with a particular post, that person hears it, that person listens to it, and it helps them in whatever situation that they find themselves, right? So I know it sounds cliche, but start, commit it to God, start, commit it to God, start, commit it to God, start, and work hard at it, put in the work and be consistent. At the end of the day, the reward will come. I've not seen my reward, I won't lie, but what am I even saying? I've seen my reward. People share testimonies with me, people tell me, how some of the things I'm sharing with them has actually really helped. So of course, I would say that I've seen my reward. Okay, so guys, please stay encouraged, stay motivated. You can do it, just keep your mind at it, and the rest is going to fall into place. Thank you guys for watching. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Okay, I really love it when you guys do that. It keeps me encouraged and it keeps me motivated to keep going. All right, so thank you so much guys for joining me today. I hope you learned a thing or two. I'll catch you some other time. Have a wonderful day. Bye.